Well, seeing how this goes. Playing some Monkey Burn in the new modern format. So, I already started out this league. I believe we are 1-0 with it. Trying to see what happens when you play with the monkeys. So, version we've ran before: Ragavan, Swift Spear, Darcy, Mishra's Baubles, some amount of Eidolon. This deck is based around the deck by Inspiring Spike with some small changes to it. Beyond that, you have some Rift Bolts, Searing Blazes, full complement of Lightning Helixes, Bolts, and Spikes. You're only running 18 lands because you're running Darcy and Bauble. 3 copies of Core Firewalker for any type of mirror matches. 2 Prismatic Endings, mainly for any type of red hate cards. Both the Core Firewalkers, Oriok Champions, the new card that always escapes my mind that always comes in against us, Sanctum Prelate, I think it is. Not Sanctum Prelate, something along those lines. 2 copies of Vortex for any type of life gain or shenanigans from Cascade decks. The 4th Eidolon, 4 copies to smash, because as the title suggests, there seems to be a lot of hammer time floating around in the modern format. 2 copies of Deflecting Palm and a copy of Luris of the Dream Den. That said, let's hop into a league where we already started out 1-0 last night after I went off the air. Quite a few people are at 2-0 or 2-5-0 records so far, so we have some catching up to do if we want to try to compete for any type of nonsense going on there. So, we will see how this goes. Quite a large list of 1-0s here. Last night we did some tinkering with Jeskai Phoenix with the new cards. I was talking on Spike, or listening to Spike's stream today, and he was talking about doing Phoenix. And I mentioned that the mana felt awkward, and he said he was going to be playing salvaging, or whatchamacallit, over. So I think we're on the play. I think we're going to keep the 1-lander. Obviously a bit risky, but, you know, if they don't have an answer for Monkey on 1, then we get to spiral out of control a little bit. Willow Geist, that's an interesting one. Gets to gain a life, which is fine. And they have an Asmo, so sure. I mean, I guess I kind of get to break up the curve here a little bit. Don't think we swing with the monkey here. That's a bit of a beating for a burn deck. Sure. Why would you not swing there? You know it's dying, so why wouldn't you swing there? Probably should have played Lava Spike that turn, but... Okay, you're still dead. So I have no idea what our opponent all has going on over there. So Willowgeist, they're probably an Asmo. Whatchamacallit deck, so we probably want smashes. Well, we did see Asmo, so they probably have. Might want to board out Eidolons on the draw. Whereas Charms are a little sketch. Board out a Monkey on the draw. This might be too much anti-creature nonsense. So I like how it says we're game 2 up a game, but that's not entirely true because we're already 1-0 in the league, but whatever. Alright, hand's fine, keeping it. Opponent kept 7 as well. Good chance whatever we play here is dying, but at least DRC will get us a little bit of value. And that's a fine card to draw. Stop this during our upkeep. We don't want to draw the card during their turn in case they have a discard spell. Yep, like I said, in case they have a discard spell. Bone Shards. Decisions, huh? Could get destroyed if they have like Cookbook into either Daredevil or. But I suspect they would have discarded. Okay. We know our opponent has an Inquisition, so presumably they have a removal spell here. Cookbook. I sworn our opponent had. Grab the other Sacred Foundry. Let's not forget about good old Luris. I mean, it happens. So, do I get back Darcy or do I get back Bobble? It becomes an interesting question. It goes to 3. So Fatal Push. Yep. Finale's a little scary. Not sure what they can get, but it's scary. 2, 3, 4. That primarily gets Asmo, but that could get their little life gain, dude. So we're just going to go get Asmo. Which gets to get a cookbook. The cookbook needs stuff to discard to be good, right? Discard a card, create a food token. So it's gambling that we missed for a turn. Seems unlikely, but I suppose it's possible. Looking more possible. We did, in fact, miss. Okay, well. We no longer missed. Though, of course, we do have the problem of they could sacrifice that to get something else, so we don't necessarily want to... Yeah, had to play around them sacking that to get that. Is that a sorcery speed ability? Actually, it's also possible that they had nothing. Nope, they had endurance in their graveyard. They could have went and gotten, or Asmo. So. Amazing love, how could it be? But you, my king, have died for me. Alright. Sure, upon a good look. This hand's fun. Definitely a keep. So Hammerton? No. Amulet. We lead on the monkey. We lead on the monkey. Yeah, well, opponent could just go complete ham here. Azusa. Okay. Good grief. So one of the cards in hand is... can only presume our opponent has a Titan chilling. And we're basically dead if they do. Because they get to get second amulet. Okay, never mind. They still have enough mana? Okay. Pretty sure we're just dead here. Yeah, opponent wins a bunch of 5/5s. Actually, no, 6/6s. That's terrifying. Okay, and do you have the Titan or not? I'm doing a whole lot of fiddling, but not a whole lot of tightening. Yeah, I'm not conceding until you show me the bloody Titan. I mean, yeah, you get Teleria West and Transmute this turn, and not like I can punch through next turn anyway. %sure we're dead here. Our opponent has any idea how to play their deck. Okay, opponent decides they're going to master gate, so we just sit here and let them master gate. We get to figure out sideboarding in this process. Collecting palms seem okay. Smashes seem possibly okay. Vortex seems alright. Okay. Opponent's just gonna sit there and keep playing. Okie dokie. So not sure about this version of Titan. Let's see. So this is going infinite amulet, I believe. So my opponent's at 2. They still possess the... Looks like our opponent was just masturbating to masturbate, pretty much. Because they could, I guess. I beat some type of green-black Asmo deck that I'm not even really sure what it did. What's up, O'Doyle? And now I'm watching as my Amulet Titan opponent is just vigorously masturbating this turn. And presumably going to kill us in one big attack here. I guess they were hoping I'd concede. I'm not really sure what they were doing, but, I mean... It's very easy they screw up and, like, do something that gets themselves killed here, but, you know. They cast one more spell, or they can just do this. And I have no idea why they're doing this instead of just going for the kill, but, you know, whatevs. Oh, I guess they can gain infinite life if they so chose, technically, maybe. I don't know. But instead, they're just vigorously wasting time. No biggie. Okay. Well, they're on the Go Infinite version of Titan. I just don't know if they actually knew what the hell they were doing, is all. Apparently they're done vigorously playing with themselves and have decided to actually, you know, end the bloody game, so... Why? Why are they continuing to do things? Hey, they figured it out. Alright, so... Roiling Vortex seems decent against their pack deck. Deflecting Palm seems okay. Not the most exciting, but fine. some number of smashes could be okay against amulets and the whatchamacallit package. Eidolon's kind of meh against them. Searing Blaze is usually pretty meh against them. Rather have the first or second Eidolon. Let's leave the Eidolons out. Like, sometimes Eidolon can do stuff, but other times it's just very meh. This hand seems fine. I think we lead on Ragavan. Ragavan, whatever you wish to call it. The monkey that does too much. So for those of you that are wondering, no, I did not upgrade my collection. There's another PAX event this weekend where if you sign up for the event, you get a promo code that allows you to play every card on Magic Online. I did it to have access to all of the cards, even before Mana Traders would, and of course our opponent has Arboreal Grazer, because why wouldn't they? And we draw the one Searing Blaze left in our deck. Monkey in a van, something like that. Would that make Gorilla Shaman Chunky Monkey? It's the second time we've exiled an amulet. Meep meep. Sure. Opponent can Titan us next turn, which is not so totally terrifying. All right. If our opponent has a bounce land, we're dead here. Yep. Turn 3 Titan, still a thing. This is one deck that I've been very glad to see disappear from the meta. No. It's not a playable Magic card. Alright, we're dead. Have fun, opponent. Have fun. It is not a playable modern Magic card. The only reason Monkey is playable for what it does is that it's at 1 mana. And the damning part about Monkey is it also gives you mana to pay for it. So Monkey is Robber of the Rich, just better. So. Still not playable. At least not in Burn. Doesn't do anything. could be playable in like some type of zoo deck with Burning Tree Emissary and such, but there's just so many better 2-drops. Like Tarmogoyf's a better 2-drop, and it barely sees play in the format. Eidolon's only playable because of its because of the cast trigger associated with it. Yeah, I guess we keep this one. A little bit risky, but we about to get dredged on top of everything else. Nope, turn 1 monkey. Alright, so do I leave on Darcy or do I lead on Ragavan? Glorybringer is playable in Gruul. Or was playable in Gruul. I think we accept this trade. We're up against that weird Goblin Bombardment deck that Spike was working on. Wouldn't be surprised if Darcy just dies here. Sure. Shoot the Darcy. Makes sense, I suppose. One does get to do one to our face, but at least we're not getting hit by. All of Ragavan's nonsense. Ultimate's on what? 5? 1, 2, 3. Hopefully it's a dud, whatever it is. Swiss Spear, not the best, not the worst. Are we dead next turn? decent possibility we're dead next turn. In fact, I'm 99% sure we're dead this turn. If our opponent plays this right, we're just dead. And this ain't a hard line. Ultimate your Grist and then ping us to death. There you go. You figured it out. Their deck is weird. Firewalker might be okay. Eidolon might be okay. Prismatic Ending might be okay. Deflecting Palm's not the best. Roiling Vortex could even be okay. Though I don't think they have a ton of actual life gain in their deck. Actually, I don't think we really want to play a grinding game, so we just go like this. Maybe shave one Ragavan. They did print a busted 2-drop and burn. They called it Flame Rift. And if you can't sense the sarcasm on that, I don't know what to do for you. Don't know if we should be keeping that on top or not, but... Monkey. It has no endurance on top. Okay. I don't think they'll ever print Price of Progress into Modern. No attacks. We know about your stupid endurance, so... Can only presume they have collected company then. Nothing, huh? Why wouldn't they... This has to be collected company, right? I didn't know if we were winning that game or not. That was a little dicey there for a while. I don't know about that one. That was a little too close for comfort. Like, I know Firewalker is not the best, and I'm not going to sit here and try to defend bringing those in, but I think it's slightly better on the draw than Eidolon is. This hand's fine, if a bit awkward. Yeah, Soulfire Grandmaster, that's hilarious. Looks like we're holding up Bolt. Alright, Darcy's not bad here. Can't let our opponent get ahead on mana. Renin Thixth. Okay, Seasoned Pyro. Feel like this is going to get pinged, but, you know, sure. See what their pitch here. 2 lands, eh? All right. We'll have Coco. Grist is annoying, but also kind of whatever here. Hey, look, opponent, a distraction. Like, we legitimately don't care about this 3/3 flyer. Okay. Do you have some way to deal with Darcy? So you have a collected company, right? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. By the way, the whatchamacallit tracker isn't quite right. We're 3-1 in the league, not 2-1. I played a league off camera last night, or a game off camera last night after the stream, before I was finally tired enough to go to bed, so. Soulfire Grandmaster. That's a card I haven't heard in a while. So I wonder if there's some way to play Soulfire Grandmaster, Ragavan, Darcy in a shell? like, don't get me wrong, Soulfire Grandmaster is not really a playable modern card, but it could be a lot of fun. Luris. 1, 2, 3. Sand seems pretty reasonable. Snow-covered mountain. So we're up against Burn with no companion. Okay, sure. So am I suspending Riftbolt or am I playing Swiftspear? Swiftspear plays into Searing Blaze more, whereas Riftbolt plays more into Eidolon. I think we're on the defensive here, so I think we suspend Riftbolt and try to keep our life total high. Obviously, if our opponent doesn't present another creature, we just Riftbolt their face and Searing Blaze the dude. Might make sequencing awkward for our opponent if they were counting on Goblin Guide into second land Searing Blaze against a Luris deck. So it might have screwed up our opponent's sequencing. Not that that really factors into what we did, but it is a consideration. In fact, I believe with the Arid Mesa, there's a very good chance that our opponent is on Searing Blaze currently. Okay. Just suspend Riftbolt. Okay. Goblin Guide's been very nice to us so far. Except for the fact, obviously, it's dealt us 4 damage, but... Alright, Aspiring Advantage is kind of a nice one. Means we don't have to take damage if we don't want to. So we're going to 10 here. Don't know how we win this game, but at least give ourselves a decent chance to do so. So hopefully you guys like the record updater thing. Even if it's not technically accurate at the moment. Remains to be seen. Another Goblin Guide's not the best for us. Okay, Riftbolt. So is there any way not to die here? I don't think Luris is a real possibility with our opponent having a Goblin Guide in play. So the possible lines we have access to are Swift Spear, Play Bobble, Hold Up Boros Charm. That still has us dead to Searing Blaze. Trying to play around Searing Blaze as much as I can, but maybe that's just incorrect here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Thing is, though, I want to kind of know Ragavan. We're not really interested in drawing Ragavan right now. So we're dead to Searing Blaze plus... I don't really want to crack this land unless we have to, though, because then we're dead to just Boros Charm. Which may not be helped, but it is what it is. Okay, they're going face, so chances are we're dead anyway. Yep. Good chance we're dead here. Alright. Playing around us having Lightning Helix, I would have cast Lightning Helix last turn if I had it. Yeah, there's nothing we could have done here. Like, legitimately, what is our opponent playing around with having Boros Charm in hand? There's literally nothing to play around there. Holy crap, that was loud. I missed lethal? How did I miss lethal? Opponent was at 11. I had access to Boros Charm and Lava Spike. I was like, I could set up a lethal line next turn, but I couldn't set up a lethal line this turn. I was like, I don't think I have a lethal line with the mana and card situation. I mean, we could win it if we drew into, like, a Helix or two, we would have had a chance. Or if I had Bold on one. No, nothing to apologize, Gringo. If I would have had a lethal line, I would have tried to go for it. I just didn't have one. Don't like Eidolons in this matchup. I know a lot of people like Eidolon in the Burn Mirror. I'm just not one of them. And generally, I also board out Boros Charm. Some people board out Boros Charm. Some people board out Lava Spike. I think those are the most likely cards you board out besides Eidolons. Bringing in Prismatic Endings, not only to have more answers to whatever creatures, but also to whatever core Firewalker equivalent they have. They could have Sanctum Prelate with their build. I just don't understand why people aren't running Luris. Like, it's not the best card in the Burn sideboard, but still pretty bloody good. This end's fine. Okay, they also have a Swiss Spear. It's a pretty good draw, makes this turn pretty easy. Could just attempt to erase our opponent. I think it's just better to keep their creatures off the board when possible. Like, I could have gone Spike Spike and got in for a bunch of damage. Blaze or... yeah, this has to be a Blaze. Sure. "12 points of burn in hand, a deflecting palm." I mean, it's debatable whether you want to waste a burn spell on a creature, but sometimes I get too cute with keeping a board clear. Yep. I feel like our opponent has a Helix the way they're playing. They do, they do. It's whatever. Doesn't really gain them a whole lot of life here, so. Again, we'll hold up Deflecting Palm in case they want to Boros Charm us or something. Yep. Palm the face. Feels like Lightning Helix. Nope, another Boros Charm, sure. It's a monkey, hey hey, we're the monkey. People always monkeying around. They're too busy singing to put anybody down. If I have some way to get these out on the draw, I might want to consider that. Could bring back in Boros Charms. Could bring in Vortexes. None of those options are particularly exciting, so we'll just go with what we got. This is one situation where Ragavan and Darcy are actually a little bit worse because they don't race quite as well. Sand seems fun. Especially with their opponent mulliganing. One card that could get us here is Core Firewalker, obviously. Or some equivalent thereof, Sanctum Prelate, although not Sanctum Prelate. What is the name of that card? MTG Goldfish. Hammer Time plays it, so I know I'll check on that. Modern. Hammer Time. Sanctifier in Vecte. Sure. Opponent's on a land light draw. Lava Spike, not the most terribly exciting card. Okay, I don't really care about Lava Spike one way or the other. We're just going to fetch Basic Mountain here. Alright, Sacred Foundry isn't terrible. Swizzle Spear. Mysterious with a Spear. Okay, not the most interesting draw for us. Maybe I should have bolted Guide there, just because prevents potentially one more damage. Suspend the Rift Bolt. Sure. Just gonna go ahead and main phase this. Don't want to get hit by like some Boros Charm shenanigans. It's possible it's supposed to shock in and just do it that way, but pretty unlikely our opponent can kill us from here this turn anyway. Hey opponent, why didn't you put a Lurrus in your hand? Alright, well, feel like we're going to get Steering Blazed, but I guess I'm okay with that outcome. Definitely feels like a Searing Blaze. Bolt my face, you say? Okay, sure. I think we just take the opportunity to resolve Helix without Skullcrack being up. Just because I don't play Skullcrack doesn't mean our opponent doesn't play Skullcrack, so, you know. Okay, Goblin Guy, sure. Come on, hit me, dealer. Hit me, dealer. Cool. Searing Blaze, naturally. One good turn deserves another, I suppose. Could put Lurrus in our hand this turn, but I think I just want to hold up Deflecting Palm. Because a Boros Charm off the top would be kind of annoying. Alright, well. Do the thing. Well, if you have a skull crack, I guess we die. Lightning Helix? Feels like a Helix if they're doing this now. Yes. Well, you know. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, I suppose. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. So, finish the yield 4-1. Quantity 1. And one of these bad boys, I suppose, just for funsies. Wow, got 20 play points and a imaginary pet. Okay, sure. Anywho, this burn deck's still been consistently good, other than, you know, getting dumpstered by Titan. So, you know, deck that really isn't part of the current meta. Said Charm, what are you doing? You didn't have Palm there, still going to lose to Luris. No, actually, if we didn't have Palm there, we were just dead. Because we were at 2, and our opponent would have killed us. So, but we probably would have played differently, so we might have gotten Luris down earlier, so I do concede that point. I've been pretty happy with this version. This version is 4-1 a couple of times. It's 5-0'd once. It's 3-2'd, I think, every other league I've played with it. I don't think the format's changed all that much with the introduction of Innistrad. I know there's, like, some people trying out Esper Reanimator. I know there's been a few other brews out there. The Jun Sack deck that Aspiring Spike played right before the new set came out, that's making the rounds. We beat that earlier. So, lots of fun stuff going on. Deck still feels pretty good. Hammer Time's a soft matchup. Elementals are a pretty rough matchup. I think everything else is pretty reasonable in the format. At least the stuff that's at the top of the pile. So, kind of hard to turn down Burn. I'll probably be back working on... I hope to be back working on a variant of Jeskai Phoenix tomorrow night. Maybe once I see what Spike does with his list. But, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I thank everybody for hanging out tonight. It was a blast to see everybody out. And I'm going to try to work in more streaming when I can. So, as always, this has been John for MTG Decklist with a 4-1 finish with Boros Burn. See ya.